Welcome to Elvis, the King of Love, a channel dedicated to honoring the legacy of Elvis. In this video, we go back in time and take a look at a news article published in the Oregonian. On 2nd September 1957, Elvis performed at the Multnomah Civic Stadium in Portland, Oregon. The next day, the Oregonian picked up the story with a headline, 14,600 fans squeal, jump as Elvis shakes, gyrates. So let's take a closer look at what they had to say. All shook up, that's putting it mild. But there wasn't anything mild about the reaction of some 14,600 fans who cut their touches Monday night in Multnomah Stadium when Elvis Presley took over. Stadium officials, special policemen, and civic dignitaries alike mopped their brows and said they'd never seen anything like it. And maybe they never will again. There are those who might hope so. Elvis was spirited to the stadium by some means known only to his managers and appeared garbed in a conservative life jacket and jeweled belt at a press conference had by the shower rooms in the Multnomah Club. There he answered questions put to him by fan club members, contest winners, press and radio representatives, and then was whisked away to don the gold lane and brilliant studded jacket that has become one of his trademarks. Mayor Terry Shrunk was seated in the front seat of a waiting white Lincoln convertible. Elvis was assisted to a patch on the back. Someone gave a secret signal and the panic was on. Around the stadium floor, he rode, waving and shaking his clasped hands. And the kids and the adults too in the stands screamed up a storm. It was bedlam, noise-wise, but physically it was in the true Portland conservative tradition. Maybe they would have liked to, but no one swarmed out of the stands and onto the stadium ground, as has happened in other cities and as is feared and guarded against by the Presley entourage. The fans were primed. They had been listening for more than an hour to other entertainers who helped build up the beat. And when Elvis finally did appear, they cut loose. They screamed and they stomped their feet, and they jumped and they swayed from side to side, as one of the 103 police reserves called to special duty observed, if they came to hear him sing, they were defeating themselves. But they were having a wonderful time. You could see that in their rapt faces and hear it in their screams. Elvis himself wasn't on stage very long, but he worked like a hound dog while he was. He sang most of the songs that have made him famous, starting with Heartbreak Hotel, and then working on through Don't Be Cruel and Loving You. He clowned and he hummed it up, and he seemed to be having as good a time as his audience obviously was. Sure, he shook and gyrated, and every time he did it, 14,600 people let out a whoop. I hope you enjoyed taking a walk back in history. Imagine just for a moment what it was like to be at an Elvis performance on that day in 1957. Please share your comments below and subscribe for more Elvis in the news stories.